Okay guys, just started the game and everything seems to work fine. At the moment I'm in first gear. There's no way you can activate the throttle like that. That's smooth with the original setup, and the brake also worked great. Hello guys, I've started working on the pedal from my cockpit, and before I'm going too far, I want to show you where I'm at the moment, what I have achieved or what I've built so far. I worked a lot on this block, but I will show you how I installed the load cell in the first place. So here I've cut two 90 degrees angle bracket, which I bolt on my base on the plywoods, and I bolt the load cell on both sides on these brackets, so it's steady and it's strong. And for the top, I will screw it temporarily to show you how it will work. So this is the front, and let me take the camera and show you around here. So I got two holes in the front. It's threaded all the way to the back, but so I won't need a lock nut in the back when it will be tight in a hole. On this block will be tight on the other hand of the load cell. It won't go anywhere. I won't tighten this just to show you because I need to remove it. I'm not done working on this block. It's a 1.5 inch square tube. So in the shaft, this is pretty tight. My bolt will go through that rod. And I need to, first way to go in. There you go. So I'll show you closer so you can see that the hole, so my rod will go through the hole in the front of the block, will go through the rod, and it will go in the back. The back is not drilled yet because I'm not sure what angle I will have. If I am at 90 degrees, which I think I will be, maybe a little higher but not much, I will drill the end of the other side to let the other, or the hand of the rod, which is here, I will let the hand of the rod going out on the other side. So stay tuned because I will continue working on that off camera, and I will update you very soon with the progress. Okay guys, my block is complete. I'm pretty happy with the result. There's a lot of work in that thing, and the nuts on each side, as you can see, I grind the thread in it, is simply to reinforce the support for the pin. As you can see, I also cut the pin. That was a bolt. I got the other end of the pin or the bolt here, as well as the head. So I grind the nuts so the pin fit well in it, or the bolt fit well in it. So these are the hole to mount the block on the load cell. And if I put the pin in the hole, this is the front, and as you can see, I reinforce the front because the spring and all the load will push on here, while here is simply to keep the shape of the block together, you know, to keep the strength of the block, of course, but the front of the block will be the place where the pressure will be the most strong. And as you can see now, I oversized the hole in the front, so I have a lot of place. So if the angle in my brake pedal is changing, I will have plenty of room so it won't hit the top or the bottom of the block and apply unnecessary pressure on the load cell itself. I still don't know what strength of spring and rubber I will install in front of this, because I don't know what is the travel of the load cell or how much it moves. So I will start with really strong, and I will see how much movement I got in the brake pedal, because I'd like to have at least 1 inch of travel on the brake pedal. At the moment, there is way too much travel. So if you look at the pedal at the moment, I got like almost 3 inches of travel. It's a bit too much for my taste. Okay, so as you can see, my hole is done. So I can finally bolt my rod in a pedal set or in the pedal arm. So I will do it right now, but before that I will explain you. So I had these 2 pieces of rubbers and a pretty strong spring. So I will adjust that on a rod, and I will install my load cell after that. But first I will bolt this thing or this rod on the pedal. Go. And I need to move or to back my nut a bit because it doesn't get in the hole. Still not. I will be limit on this thing. There you go. I like the tension in that thing a lot. As well as movement. Okay guys, I finally have an update or some improvement in my load cell brake pedal project. I work a lot, but I struggle a lot to find a working sketch for my setup. I have a potentiometer for throttle and a load cell for the brake pedal. I don't have a clutch, and I don't have a load cell for the throttle. So I struggle or search a lot to find a working sketch for Arduino, and I don't really have time to learn the Arduino language. So writing a sketch from scratch for me, it's out of the question. And every time I try to run the sketch, there's always a library missing or something that I did wrong. So for this reason, I found this joystick controller online. It's a Bodnar. I knew I was saying it wrong. It's from Leo Bodnar. Apparently this thing, I will open it in a second. It's a plug and play device. You connect the load cell directly into that little thing here, and it's ready to go. The only thing to set apparently is the view software, so you can calibrate the load cell for the brake pedal. So I will give it a shot. It was not cheap. It's almost $100 with the shipping. It comes from UK and I'm in Canada, so there's a difference in the currency as well. That made a big gap in the price, but anyway, if it works, it's worth it. So let's remove the hood and the pedal set from my cockpit, and I will remove the Arduino board that is in there, and I will connect this little body here. Okay guys, so I just opened this little boy here, and from what I can read, I can connect like 7 potentiometer up there. Like you have the 5-volt positive analog in the ground on each row 7 times, and here is there where you connect the load cell. So you have the ground input, positive, negative, and 5 volt. It's even labeled as load cell on the right side here. The number of the part or the board is this one here, BU 0836-LC. You can find it on the Leo Bodnar website, or leobodnar.com. And the row in the bottom are for in the bottom, yeah, is for the buttons. So you can connect up to 30 buttons, I believe, and or 60 rotary encoder. So it's pretty complete controller, at least for a pedal set or even for a button box. You have everything you need in there, and it is already programmed. There's no Arduino messing around with it. So I will go connect the load cell in here, and my load cell have 5 wires, so I will read a bit about that because there's only 4 connection on this board here. So I believe I have to not get rid, but not connect the yellow one, but I will make sure to choose the right wire to not connect to this body here. And my throttle, I will connect it on position number 1. After that, I will be able to test all of this on the PC and see what need to be set up, what need to be adjusted and calibrate. So I will start by already remove my pedal set from the cockpit. As you can see, I got the Arduino board here. I did not stick it, only the wiring. Oh yeah, I got a bit of glue on this side, but it's cheap hot glue, so it's really easy to remove. This one I haven't sticked it, only the wiring. So this is the wiring that's coming from the load cell, and as you can see, I already did not connect the yellow wire because I've read in some reviews and instruction sheets out there that the yellow was not mandatory. So yeah, and this side this side here is my throttle, so I have a big mess in all these wiring. So I will go make a cleanup in there, and I will disconnect it, and I will connect the button or control box or joystick controller instead of this. Okay guys, I went to the garage, I made some modifications, some cleanup. I cut off some of the wiring, but I decided that to keep the original harness just in case something happened and the load cell doesn't work for any reason. So I extend or made a harness for the throttle potentiometer from the original harness here. So this will go at the potentiometer, got the 5-volt red wire, the ground, which is the black wire, and the white, which is the signal from the potentiometer. And in this side, after cutting a bit because it was a bit too short, so I need to remove some of the skin of the load cell harness, I found out that the yellow was just like an inch long, and it was connected to this ground wire here. So it confirmed what I thought, that it was a ground, so it's not absolutely necessary to connect it. So here I will have the 5-volt, the ground, and the 2 signal wires. So now it's just a matter of connecting it. using the USB cable that came with the board. And after that I will launch the software, calibrate everything. I will try to show you, but I don't know why my screen capturing software doesn't work well. But if it doesn't work, I will show you through the camera. At least I will be able to explain to you what I'm doing. Okay guys, so I connected, it recognized it as a gamepad. I will show you. I will start by opening the control panel. Hardware and sound, device and printer. And as you can see, it's here, the BU0836-LC interface. So I right click on it, game controller settings, and you go into property, and you have, I got two screens so I have to move. You have the port here. I don't have any button, neither a point of view button either, but I do have the brake pedal, which is the slider or the load cell, and the axis here, it's the throttle. Unfortunately, I cannot show you while I'm pushing on the throttle and show you the screen at the same time, but as you can see now I'm pushing the throttle, so it recognized the potentiometer. And if I go push on the load cell, here it seems a bit sensitive because just the weight of my pedal. As you can see here, I'm not pushing on the pedal. I just simply, and only the weight of the pedal action, it's moving the slider. So I will have to go in the software to calibrate my pedal a bit, because I don't want the car to brake in a race because I just resting my foot on the pedal. So I will open the software and I will try to show you how to calibrate this load cell. Okay guys, so I just started. I just opened the DivView software. So to make sure I am on my BU0836/LC interface, or the Leo Bodnar control module, I go into edit, setting, and you might have multiple options here depending what is connected to your PC. So it is not highlighted, but I got a check mark on it. And if you have like a button box, you can check mark all these box here, like the hat switch, or if you have 30 button, you will have 30 option here. I only have the buffer. I wanted to see the buffer because here's a lot of raw data. The slider being my brake pedal and axis being my throttle. So I'm already set up. It doesn't move much now, but I just calibrated it. And what, okay guys, I'm sitting in a cockpit. I didn't install the wood so you can see the pedals, and it's a good thing that I start DivView on my PC, because I thought it was saving the setup or the calibration in the controller, and it is saving it on the PC, because now, as you can see, my brake pedal is here, and it's set up like to follow the raw setting. As you can see now, I don't even touch the brake and it is activated. So I will calibrate it right now, or adjust that so it doesn't I put 300 in the other PC, so 300 should be fine here as well. And I'll let it at the maximum. Now I need to count the center, which is the max minus the minimum, divided by 2. Okay, so that being 4095 minus 300 divided by 2, 1897.5. I don't know if I need to put a 0.5. 1897 point. No, doesn't accept the point. At least now I'm centered. Okay, so now you can see, I'll try to get you closer. You can see that the raw data is showing like I am pushing the pedal, but I don't. So the brake start when I'm at 300. So as you can see, I will try to show you both my feet and the pedal. My feet is barely moving, and now I'm starting to brake. So it's just so if my feet is resting on a pedal, on a brake pedal, I don't want the car to slow down. And my throttle is there on the bottom left corner. I will start the game. I will see what is the reading. Okay guys, just started the game and everything seems to work fine. At the moment I'm in first gear and the throttle is not being activated. It's acting as a throttle. It's, I can say, actually more precise than the Thrustmaster throttle, because even if I'm using the same potentiometer, because the potentiometer in my pedals are the potentiometer they were in the original pedal set of the T300rs bundle, but it's not getting read the same way, I guess, because there's no way you can activate the throttle like that smooth with the original setup. And the brake also worked great. I can jam the wheel and if I go smooth on the brake, I can stop the car without locking the wheel. So everything's worked perfectly. I will test drive this thing. I can't wait actually to test drive this thing, because it seems like it's way easier to control than the Thrustmaster pedal set, but I will update to you about that. There's no doubt about that. So this is it for now. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified as soon as I will release another video. So on this, I wish everybody a great day and see you later. Bye.